Okay, I finally find a Street Fighter that worked. The medium punch is right here. I mean the light punch, and then the medium punch, and then the heavy punch. Medium punch, heavy punch. Kick, light kick, but we lost the medium kick because it is mapped to that, so we cannot use that. Whatever we do, we cannot do nothing about it. Okay. And then this one is the hard kick. So light kick, hard kick only, no medium kick. And then light punch, medium punch, and heavy punch. So the button does work. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Now I just plugged the second joystick in and got it working, but it's only 3 buttons, and the last button does not work. So that's pretty cool. But I wonder if this will work. That's the reason I plug it in. Alright, so the other thing I'm wondering is, would it work with the hub? I think I just dropped something. So if I was to plug a hub in, let's plug this in. Let me try PlayStation 1 controller. Let's zoom back out. So what I did is I add a hub, and I'm wondering, will the hub work? And let's plug a PlayStation 1 button. Okay, so something did happen. We could try this with a spin, some kind of spinner. Alright, so I put this in. Alright, so this works, even though I'm using the hub. That's very good. So that's real nice. That means I could plug more stuff to this hub. So heavy punch, medium punch, strong kick, strong punch. So this is a little bit different. Strong punch is on this side, and this one don't do anything. So it's kind of, now this one I could use this button because it's not blocked. So light, medium, and heavy would be up here. That's weird. Okay, like kick. Oh, this is the medium. This is the one's lost. Okay, let me try to get it back. Heavy kick, light kick. So no medium kick, same thing. No medium kick as well. But the button does work. So that's good. I mean the controller for the arcade stick should work. All right. So let me unplug this. Now I'm kind of curious, would this work? So let me unplug. This is the cable I'm using. Unplug this one. Plug this one in. Okay, so Neo Geo will work, but some reason the D-pad do not work. Only the punching work. The D-pad do not work. So all 4 buttons here work, but the upper button do not work, and then the D-pad do not work. Very interesting. All right, so let's plug So let's put this one back into this one. And let's plug in a big arcade stick. Well, let's plug the Neo Geo stick and arcade stick into here. So let's unplug this one. Well, let's unplug the main one. Unplug the red one, Neo Geo. See, now this one D-pad will work. Oh, the game is over. All right, well that is game over. Let's plug into my big arcade stick and see if I could get the arcade stick to work. Okay. So D-pad here with the Neo Geo Mini joystick, punching, heavy, medium punch, and no other punch. And this one don't do nothing. Okay, so you only got 3 buttons to work. This one only 3 buttons, okay? So let's unplug the Neo Geo Mini. So Neo Geo does not play with 6 buttons because he lost the button. So the 8-bit though is pretty good. Now let's try this big humongous joystick that I created. Okay, let's see if we could get her to work. All right, so Raspberry Pi joystick. Oh shoot, all the buttons do not work. Only one button work. The rest of the buttons do not work. Why is that? Yep, the rest of the buttons do not work. Let's try again. Okay, so the movement back and forward work. A button work. The rest of the button do not work. The side button do not work. Okay. All right, let's try. Let's unplug this one. And let's try the Neo Geo. I mean the Capcom. All right, it worked. A, B, C. So 2 buttons. So we have this button work. This one do not work. This one work. This one work. And that's it. But the movement back and forward does work. So only 3 buttons work. 1, 2, 3. That's it. I think only like 3 buttons work. Very interesting. All right. So let's unplug this. Let's press start again. All right. So let's plug that. And let's try the Atari Tango. Let's try that one. Eagle Mini joystick. Let's press the start button. So none of the start button. Oh, it came in. I don't know which button did I use. Let's try Ken. So now this is the main button. Okay, the D-pad work. Punching. That's it. No other button. Only one button work. Only one button work. Okay, and then the D-pad does work. The one button works. So it's interesting. It's very interesting. So with all the different joysticks, some of the joystick will work, some of the joystick will not work. All right, that's all the joystick I have right now on this table. Just let you know. I guess I could plug in the spinner, but that's not gonna really do anything because only one button works, and since I can't use the spinner, I don't think I could use the spinner. Okay, let's plug this in. Unplug that. Only thing I want is if I could get the spinner to work. Spinner, trackball do not work. None of the button work. So none of the button work. So it do not work. Okay, this one do not work. Yeah, I got it plugged in. It do not work. Okay. Try again, see. It'd be nice if I could get, you know, some kind of arc. The Tempest. Maybe we could try some Tempest game. Okay. So let's get out of this game. Press home. Alright, just so let you know, if you want to play the Street Fighter game, the game that requires 6 buttons, you're going to lose 1 button because this is a safe mode. Okay? The rest of the button will work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 buttons will work out of the 6. So that answer, most of the people will have a question, can we play a 6-button game? Alright. Let's try to see if I could find Tempest and then and try another joystick real quick. Okay, I'm gonna try the Tempest. This is the arcade spinner and trackball that I normally hook up when I use Raspberry Pi. I still have this one as a primary because I couldn't select. So let's see if I could press insert coin. So the trackball, the arcade for some reason is not working. I mean, I could turn the light off, I could turn it back on, but some reason it doesn't initial. It's the same thing like that one, that joystick with the so it doesn't init. So let's go ahead and press the start button, insert coin on this main one, and then press the start button, and let's see if any of this thing work. So none of this thing work. So I was wondering if we could plug in Glenn's trackball. This doesn't work either. Okay, so let's plug in Glenn's another joystick in here. Okay, so let's unplug the other one that do not work and just plug the Glenn's joystick. And let's do it with this one. Let's insert credit. So this insert credit work, and then we're gonna press the player 1, and the spinner still do not work. So spinner do not work. Button do not work either. So it doesn't support arcade joystick. So none of the buttons here with Glenn's spinner and trackball do not work. Okay. The last trackball we could try is the Atari that come with a spinner and trackball. All right. So it do not work. The button do not work. Select and start do not work. All right. So some of you might say, well, why don't you plug into the first player? All right. Let's unplug this. Plug it to the first player. Forget about that. Let's just plug directly in. Okay, we cannot start the game. Okay. So nothing's going on. Cannot start the game at all. Okay, so if I use the first player, I can't even start the game. All right, let's take this off. And let's try the Glen. Let's try Glen one more time directly. I'm trying to see if we could get at least trackball going. Okay, got the start button working. Oh, this time the shooting work. Did the zap work? But the spinner still do not work. Okay, the D-pad work. So the button back work. But there's no zap, like when you zap the whole thing, that button doesn't seem to work here. Oh, it does. This button here. But the spinner do not work. So you have to use the D-pad in the back. So it does work with this button and this button. Either this button or this button. And the zapping is this one. So at least this one is work. It does work. So that's pretty cool. It's just that it won't have all the buttons. The spinner just don't work. I don't know why. It doesn't have the spinner set up. So you could press the first player. Spinner do not work. You have to use this. So if you want to zap the whole thing, press this button. There you go. So this joystick it does work. It's just the spin. The whole purpose is trying to get the spinner to work. But the spinner do not work. All right, let's try one last thing. Mouse. Let's try a mouse. All right, so we're gonna unplug this one. That kind of got me curious. If that arcade stick will work, why can't my arcade stick work? But we will still have to plug into this one. And plug into this. And plug this to a first player. Which is so many plugs. Okay, so this one is the first player, the light up, and then the trackball. See if Glenn's trackball and spinner will work again. Plug it in here. Okay, so we got everything plugged in as first player. Okay, so let's see if we press the oh, something happened. Yeah, something happened. Okay, so that does work. Spinner do not work. Trackball do not work. But the rest of the button does work. I don't know which one is the zap. So there's no zapping, but it does work with the, oh, something happened. I just zapped them. Let's see if I can finish this one and figure out which one is the, I think maybe it's the B. I think I accidentally pressed B. Nope. Oh, A and B. That is interesting. You have to press two buttons to get it working. You have to press A and B. So A and B will make the zap zap the thing. I didn't know you had to use combination. So that kind of got me thinking, does that mean one of the buttons that do not work, I have to press 2 buttons to make it work? I hit the stupid stick. Alright, so the arcade does work in some way, but second player plugging into the second USB apparently do not trigger the joystick. Now, that kind of get me curious is I have a mouse, USB mouse, and that sometimes will work with the arcade game. And since I could get the hub working, that made me kind of wonder more, well, can I plug in a keyboard? You know? Alright, so let's get the game started. Let's see if we could get this bad mouse working. So let's press not sure which button that started the game. Okay, it's the A button that started the game. And spinners still do not work. Mouse do not work. Does not recognize, does not register the mouse. So the mouse do not work. Okay. So mouse do not work. So yeah, none of the trackball that I have work. All right, let's put the original Bluetooth in here. Let's have more than one joystick. All right, let's turn on the Bluetooth. And it looks like it's automatically blinking and it's solid. Okay, let's press the select star. Okay, the trackball do not work. Press A, B. Okay. The joystick is not moving this game. Press A, star. Okay, trackball is not doing nothing. The joystick do not do anything. So with this game, you're playing the homebrew game. For some reason, it do not work. I don't know, is it because I have too much stuff plugged in? Let's unplug everything. And let's restart the game. Oh, now it's working. So maybe I have too much stuff plugged in. But the trackball still do not work. The zap does work. Okay. So the joystick, if you unplug the cable, this will work. But the spinner do not work. And you have to but I mean, this joystick actually you could play a lot of 3-button game, you know, like here, here, and here. So alright, so that's pretty cool to know. Alright. So the game is kind of picky. So I click home. Now it got me wondering, does the Centipede work? So if I plug this back in to player 2. Okay. Let's go to this It's gonna take a long time to get to the C. I think it's gonna take a long time to get to the C because you can't just like hold it. You have to keep on press it to do page by page. Okay, A, B, C, D. Alright, C is coming. C, Centipede. I don't see a Centipede. Here we go, Centipede. Press A. Alright, so let's see if we could get any of this trackball to work. Okay, so we're gonna press I think with all the button press. There we go, we got something going. Oh, no, it's this one. It's this one's moving. Yeah, nothing else is moving. None of the stuff working. So if I turn this one off, turn this off. No trackball, no spinner work. Only the joystick. And none of my button work because I unplugged it, so yeah, because I reset it. Alright, that's enough of the joystick. Just letting you know what's going on. It does kind of work, but none of the spinner trackball work. I think it's something in their setup that did not turn on the mouse port. So the regular mouse port will not work. So what happens if you plug the keyboard in? Let's plug the keyboard in. Because I have so many ports. Alright, keyboard is plugged in. Can we do any F1, any button? F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6. Seems like nothing is happening. So it's not keyboard mapping. Something happened. I reset something. But it's not moving for sure. So maybe I got too much stuff plugged in. I think so. Alright, that's enough of the keyboard and stuff. So it does work, it's just that it's hard coded by the Atari and you cannot free one of the buttons. So the 8-bit and the Glenn's joystick seem to work. Arcade stick will work, but not the spinner, not the trackball. So, and then you have this one. It does work, only 3 buttons work, so not all the 6 buttons will work. Atari, I don't think Atari have any button that work. Not Atari, I keep on saying Atari. This one, okay? I don't think none of this work. So let me make sure I told you that was correct. Now Neo Geo only work is 4 button. The Neo Geo by 8-bit, it does work, but none of the upper button here work. Just the 4 button work. But the D-pad, the D-pad do not work. Okay, So if I was to plug this back in and plug this over to the player 1, can I able to start a game? Oh, I did start the game. Okay. So the D-pad does work on this joystick as well. But can I quit? I don't have a button to quit. I only have shoot. And the joystick does work, but only one button, unless I do combination. Yeah, I can't able to get out of the game. So the key, the button that they use, the key is not the correct one that machine is using. So you won't be able to get out of the game. All right, but I think Neo Geo, if you directly plug it in, it doesn't. The D-pad do not work at all. My understanding, it do not work at all. So let's try again. I know a lot of people bought the Neo Geo because of the joystick. That is actually the joystick instead of. Okay. All right, make sure it's on the 2.4. Let's press select, star. Oh, okay, got it working somehow on the top. But see, the D-pad do not work. But the shooting work. I can't get the D-pad to work at all. So this one will definitely fail the test because you need at least the D-pad. But there's no D-pad going on. So the Neo Geo by 8-bit will not work because of the. Now I don't know about the Bluetooth. I haven't tested Bluetooth. So let's test the Bluetooth real quick. So if I was to plug this in here and use the 8-bit DOE, let's use the 8-bit and 8-bit DOE, and then yeah, I think it's this way. And then we're gonna plug it in. Okay, I need to flip this around. And I think we need to change the color. It's recognized as green. So let me change this to the pairing, and then press this button. There you go, it's blinking. And let's click on this button. Okay, both blinking. All right, stop, and it stopped. So it did pair. Okay, it did pair. They both stopped blinking. See that? Solid. All right, so let's try again. Let's press select, star. I know it's a top button, but the D-pad still don't work. Yeah, the D-pad still don't work. I mean, okay, I'm using Bluetooth. It's connected, but the Bluetooth is working, but the D-pad do not work for this joystick, okay? So the Neo Geo failed the test with the Atari. Okay, but this setup work. Okay, this setup work is Bluetooth connected. Okay, so it's using this wireless connection. Okay, it just don't. There's no wire. See, but the D-pad does not work. So yeah, it does use the Bluetooth, so you could actually connect with the Bluetooth. Alright, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna leave it for you guys to play with and come up with maybe something else. But yeah, it seemed like you lose one controller when you one of the button, not one control, one of the button. Whenever you do map correctly, you do. Now all 6 button does work except one button. Okay, so you have 5 button to play Street Fighter. So if you want to play, most of the game use only 3 or 4 buttons. That's it. So, but you will lose one button. All right, thank you for watching. Later.